Hi everyone, my name is Anna. Thank you for joining me on your mats today. Today we'll be working through a Power Vinyasa class focusing on the peak pose of half moon and revolved half moon. We'll go ahead and get started lying down on our backs. We'll take a reclined Supta Baddha Konasana to get started. If that is a little bit too much sensation for you this early in class, you're more than welcome to find fallen bridge pose by bringing the insides of your knees to touch. If you're taking Supta Baddha Konasana, bring the soles of your feet together, splay your knees open wide. Connect your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart. Close down your eyes and start to ground yourself into the earth as we prepare to move. Start to notice your breath. Let the inhales fill you all the way up, and on the exhale, press all of the air out of your belly. Begin to cultivate your Ujjayi pranayama. This is a breath of equal length through your nostrils with a restriction to the back of your throat, almost like you're trying to fog up a mirror or sound like the ocean. This breath will help to keep our body nice and warm as we move through our Power Vinyasa practice today. You're always more than welcome to take a different pranayama variation or take open mouth inhales or exhales at any point throughout our class today. Reach for the outer edges of your thighs and using your arms, close your knees like you're closing a book. Draw your knees into your chest to give yourself a tight hug. Rock from side to side to massage your lower back. Feel your hips press into the earth. Begin to rock up and down along your spine, eventually gaining enough momentum to come all the way through to a tabletop shape. Grip all 10 finger pads into the mat. Lengthen your spine. Draw your chin away from your chest. We'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Spread your collarbones apart. Exhale, cat pose. Puff up between your shoulder blades. Draw your gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Move through 2 more rounds with your own breath. Begin to come back to a neutral tabletop. We'll move through bird dog pose. Since we will be working with half moon, we want to start to activate our core and work on holding our extremities through the air. Extend your right hand towards in front of you with your thumb facing the ceiling. Stay here or begin to extend through your left leg. Press your heel towards the ceiling. Form one straight line from your right fingertips to your left toes. Inhale here. Exhale, crunch. Draw your knee towards your elbow. Neutralize your hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. One more. Inhale, find length. Exhale, crunch. Come back to your neutral tabletop. Maybe wiggle it out from side to side. And we'll take that same shape on our opposite side. Extend your left hand in front of you. Spiral your thumb to face the ceiling. Press through your right heel towards the back of your room. Draw your thumb and your heel higher. And as you exhale, curl it in. Touch your elbow to your knee. Inhale, find length. Exhale, curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, curl. Come back to neutral tabletop. Maybe pitter-patter your feet, wiggle from side to side. And we'll start to find downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips towards the ceiling. Melt your heels towards the earth. Press into all 10 finger pads to prevent dumping into your wrists. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Microbend your knees and your elbows. As you inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, take 10 tiny steps towards the top of your mat. When you arrive, we'll find ragdoll pose. Bend your knees a lot. Maybe grab opposite hand with opposite elbow. Melt the crown of your head closer to the mat. You can stay here in stillness or begin to sway from side to side, loosening up your lower back. Start to release your hands to the earth. Shoulder your feet together as you exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Slowly uncurl your spine. Your head will be the last thing to stack. Send your arms overhead. Press into all 4 corners of your feet. Microbend your knees. Hug your belly button towards your spine. Draw your hands to heart center, close your eyes. Take a moment here in stillness to set an intention for your practice today. Release your hands to your side. We'll move through a few rounds of half sun salutations. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, press your hands into your shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. This time as you exhale, let your hands step back to high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. When you arrive, untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Bring little to no weight into your hands. Exhale your chin down to the mat. We'll take 2 more repetitions of that. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, cobra. Squeeze your shoulders together. Exhale, back down to the mat. Tuck your toes. Move through tabletop or high plank and head back to downward facing dog.
We'll move through our Sun A a little quicker this time, moving breath to movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, journey to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. You can take cobra pose or we'll work through chaturanga. These are always optional. You can take them from your toes or from your knees. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down, no more than halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Flip onto the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnect to your breath. Inhale, come high onto your toes. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. We'll head back to downward facing dog. We'll move on to our Sun B. To complete our warm-up, we'll take this first round slower and then move breath to movement. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, arrive at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your seat. Sweep your arms overhead. Gaze down to ensure that you can see all 10 toes past your knees. Lift your toes off the mat and then gently place them back down onto the earth to prevent gripping onto your mat. Last inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg high. Take a moment, bend your knee. Open up your hip. Re-lengthen your leg. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your foot in between your hands. Inhale, high crescent. Sweep your arms overhead. Stack your right knee over your ankle. Shift your left heel over your toes to stretch through the bottom of your foot. Last in-breath here. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale your left leg high. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Re-lengthen your leg. And as you exhale, low lunge. Plant your foot in between your hands. Inhale, crescent. Lift your arms overhead. Frame your ears with your biceps. Point your hip pointers towards the top of your mat. Last in breath here. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Come back to down dog. Reconnect to your breath. We will move through that Sun B. Breath to movement now. Inhale, lift onto your toes. Exhale, arrive at the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Option to drop down to your knees, maybe grab a sip of water, towel off some sweat. Check in with how your body feels, how your mind feels. Maybe call your intention back to the space between your ears. Come back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, we'll start to change up our flow a little bit. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, journey to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Hinge your torso forward. Sweep your arms behind you. Squeeze your pinkies together. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, move through your vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Hinge your torso forward. Draw your chin away from your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down your back. Big move here. As you inhale, launch into warrior three, or airplane rather. Lift your left heel towards the ceiling. Draw your left hip down towards the earth. Inhale, warrior three arms. Sweep your arms forward. Frame your ears with your biceps. This is a lot, so you're more than welcome to bring your hands to heart center. Exhale, flying splits. Draw your hands to the earth. Lift through your left heel. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, forward fold. Bring your left foot down to the earth. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. We'll meet back in downward facing dog and move through that slower on the left. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Tilt your body forward. Squeeze your pinkies to touch behind you. Big move here as you inhale, launch into flying airplane. Lift your right heel towards the ceiling. If I could balance, that would be nice. Square your shoulders and your hips with the earth. As you inhale, find warrior three arms. Sweep your arms forward. Your thumbs face the ceiling. Keep your arms there or bring them to heart center. As you exhale, flying splits. Plant your hands on the earth. Lift your right heel towards the ceiling. Dial your right hip down. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, forward fold. Plant your right foot with your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, move through your vinyasa, or just step back to downward facing dog. Close your eyes. Return to your breath and your intention. We'll move through that flow again. Breath to movement this time. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Inhale, airplane. Exhale, warrior three arms. Inhale, pause here. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Inhale, lunge, full airplane. Exhale, sweep your arms forward, warrior three. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, extend through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Come back to downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop down to your knees. Grab a sip of water. And we'll come back to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Inhale, flying airplane. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, half split. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, vinyasa. We'll come back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Inhale, airplane. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold.
Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, move through your vinyasa. Go ahead and drop down to your knees. Come to lying on your back. We'll do a little bit of core work just to kind of break things up and get out of our extremities. Come to lying on your back. We'll start with a basic crunch. Plant your feet on the earth. Clasp your hands together at the nape of your neck. Spread your elbows wide. And as you inhale, lift your shoulders off the earth. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Continue to move at your own pace. Lift your chin towards the ceiling. Spread your elbows wide. We've got just 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Release your head back down to the earth. Bring your hands to your belly. Maybe drop your knees from side to side. We have another core exercise that is rope climbers. Extend your heels towards the ceiling. Flex your feet, straighten your legs. As you inhale, lift your shoulders off the earth. Reach right hand for the outer blade of your left foot. Come back to center. Left hand to the outer blade of your right foot. Back to the middle. Continue to go as fast or as slow as you would like with these rope climbers. Press your tailbone into the mat. Try to maintain your shoulder blades off the earth the entire time. We've got 10 more seconds. Now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your feet down to the earth. You can find a full body stretch or drop your knees from side to side. Start to rock and roll up and down along your spine. Eventually, come to sitting on your bum. Now that our core is nice and engaged, we'll do crow pose for our arm balance today. Meet me in this yogi squat shape. You can stay here. Crow pose is a huge hip opener. That's something we oftentimes don't think about, but it requires a lot of hip opening to be able to find the shape. So you're more than welcome to stay here and work on opening your hips and finding this yogi squat position. Or if you'd like to play with crow pose, start to plant your hands on the earth about shoulder width distance apart. Nestle your knees high into your armpits. Spider tent your fingers to grip onto the earth and start to shift weight forward into your hands. You can play with lifting one set of toes and then the other. Maybe eventually you lift both, kiss your big toes together, drag your heels towards your glutes, gaze forward. Press your shoulder blades apart. Stay there for as long as you want. When you're ready, we'll find child's pose, but you have a few breaths to play along. So find any variation that works for you, or just head back to child's pose for a little bit of a intermission break. Pull me back to child's pose. Connect your forehead to the earth. We're about halfway through our class together today, so call your intention back to mind and see if it has changed over the last 30 minutes.
beautiful thing about setting intentions is they can always change throughout practice if something else comes up that you need to divert your focus and your energy towards. As you inhale, come through tabletop, and we will meet in downward facing dog. Lift your hips up. We'll move through another flow, taking it slow this first round through. As you inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Inhale, warrior three. Airplane rather, as you exhale, find warrior three. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Exhale, low lunge. Gently step your left toes back to the earth. Lift your right hip up, or left hip up in line with your right. Big move here. Inhale, warrior two, open up towards the side of the room. Pause here and exhale. Gaze out past your front middle finger. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Open your hips and your shoulders towards the long edge of your mat. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your right leg. Press into the knife edge of your left foot. Extend your right bicep towards your ear. Tee out your arms. As you inhale, bump in your back foot and start to tip forward. And as you exhale, enter full triangle pose. Gaze towards your left fingertips. Bring your right hand to your shin or a block. We'll pause here to find a deeper stretch on this first round. You're more than welcome to stay here, or we'll start to work into our peak pose of class, which today is half moon. Grab a block or a water bottle or a stack of books if you have that accessible. Plant your block or your hand about 6 inches away from your right pinky toe. You're more than welcome to stay in triangle pose, or as you inhale, enter half moon. Press your hand or your block into the earth. Lift the outer blade of your left foot towards the ceiling. Press your heel to the wall behind you. Open your shoulders. Gaze out in front of you or up towards your left fingertips. As you inhale, slowly come to standing for star pose. Send your fingers out. As you exhale, find horse pose. Slide down like you're sliding down a wall behind you. Sink your seat towards the earth. Inhale, back to star pose. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Parallel your feet with the short edges of your mat. Shift your weight towards the midline of your foot. You can reach around for your ankles or place your fingers in line with your toes. Maybe find some movement here, swaying back and forth, or find stillness. As you inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, pyramid pose. Crawl your hands around to frame your right foot. From here, we'll move into our second peak pose, which is revolved half moon. Your block will stay in the same spot, but this time, place your left hand onto your block or your mat. As you inhale, start to crawl your weight forward onto your right foot and lift your left heel towards the ceiling. I like to bring a hand to my lower back just to check and see that my hips are somewhat level. You're more than welcome to leave your left hand on the block or start to play with twisting open and lifting your left hand towards the ceiling. Squeeze everything tight. Slowly start to bring your right hand back down to the earth. Step your left foot behind you. As you inhale, find easy twist. Open your right hand towards the ceiling. Exhale, back down. Inhale, high plank. Step your right toes back. As you exhale, move through your chaturanga or head straight back to downward facing dog. We'll move through that same sequence, but on our left side this time. As you inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, little lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Inhale, airplane. If you can lift your heel off, my left side is not cooperating. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, find length. And as you exhale, half splits. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right toes down. Big move here. Inhale, sweep open for warrior two. Press into the knife edge of your right foot. Gaze out past your front middle finger. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your left toes. Bring little to no weight into your right hand. Sweep your left hand behind you. As you inhale, straighten out your arms. Maybe bump in your back foot. Start to shift forward, forward, forward. Eventually, triangle pose as you exhale. Bring your left hand down towards the earth. Open your chest towards the side wall. You're more than welcome to stay here, or we'll begin to work into half moon on this side. Bring your block or your props towards the outer blade of your left foot. Stay here, or start to lift for half moon. Open your chest towards the side wall. Lift through your inner thigh. Extend through the crown of your head. Gaze wherever's comfortable on your neck and challenges your balance. As you inhale, slowly start to touch down with your right toes as we find star pose. Exhale, horse pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Sink your seat. Inhale, back to star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Parallel your feet. Bring your fingertips in line with your toes or reach around for your ankles. Find whatever variation works for you. It can be a similar one or a different one from what you took before. As you inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, pyramid pose. Frame your left toes with your hands. Bump your right foot up and out. This is where we will enter our revolved half moon. Plant your right hand on your block or the earth, out to the left from your left pinky toe. Stay here or start to shift weight into your left foot. Eventually lift your right heel towards the ceiling. Bring your left hand to your lower back. Check to make sure that your hips are somewhat neutral. Stay here or begin to open your left hand towards the ceiling. Wobbling is good, it means you're being challenged. Fire those tiny muscles to help with your balance. As you exhale, bring your left hand back down to the earth, step to low lunge. Inhale, easy twist, open your left hand towards the ceiling. As you exhale, plant your hand back on the earth. Inhale, step back to high plank. Exhale, move through your vinyasa or just head straight back to downward facing dog. We'll move through that sequence quickly one time, breath to movement. As you inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Inhale, full airplane. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, pause. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, pause. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, full triangle. Inhale, half moon. Pause, exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse pose. Inhale, back to star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, revolved, half moon. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale your hand back down. Step back to high plank. Move through your vinyasa or head back to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, warrior three. That first one was airplane, my bad. Pause, exhale, or pause, inhale. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Pause, exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, full triangle. Inhale, half moon. Pause, exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse pose. Inhale, star. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, revolved half moon. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Step your right toes back. Move through your vinyasa or head back to downward facing dog. As you inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, come down to your knees. Grab a sip of water. See how your physical body feels after the bulk of our power. And now we just get to cool things down. For our hip opener today, we'll take Gomukhasana. Come to sitting on your seat. Bring your left knee in front of your hips. Stack your left or your right knee on top of your left. Bring the outer blades of your feet to touch the earth. You can always take reclined figure four or half pigeon if that better suits your practice today. Stay upright, or as you exhale, start to melt your chest towards your knees. You'll feel a big stretch through your outer right hip, which should feel really yummy after our half moon exercises today. Just let your body begin to feel heavy as you melt into the earth.
begin to stack your spine, release your legs, and we'll take Gomukhasana on the other side. Bring your right knee in front of your right hip, lift your left leg up and over, stack your knees in one line. Bring the outer blades of your feet to the earth. Again, you can always take reclined figure 4 or half pigeon if those better suit your body at this moment. Stay upright, or as you exhale, begin to drape your chest forward. You can leave your hands on your ankles or to the earth in front of you. Close down your eyes. Begin to stack your spine if you fold it forward. Release your legs, maybe extend them long to shake them out a little bit. We'll take cobbler's pose next. Bring the soles of your feet to touch in front of you. Place the outer blades of your feet on the earth. Splay your knees open wide. You can reach around to clasp your hands around your toes. As you inhale, lengthen your spine towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, begin to melt forward. You can use your elbows to press into your shins to find a little more of a stretch. Draw your chin away from your chest. Slowly start to stack your spine. We'll come down to lying on our back. Draw your knees into your chest. Give your lower back a massage. Find happy baby pose. Send your knees towards your armpits. Reach for the outer edges of your feet or your shins. Screw your tailbone into the earth. You can stay still in center or rock from side to side, whatever feels best on your body today. Draw your knees back to center. We'll take eagle twist today. Wrap your right knee over your left. Plant your heels on the earth.
Bump your hips towards the right, and as you exhale, twist. Drop your knees towards the left. You can extend your arms long. Gaze wherever is most comfortable on your neck. Slowly start to come back towards center. Switch out your legs. Bring your left leg over your right. Bump your hips towards the left, and as you exhale, eagle twist. Send your knees to the right. Let your shoulder blades be heavy into the earth. Slowly draw your knees back to center. Drop both of your feet towards the earth. Those are all the poses that I have planned for us today. If any other shapes are calling your name, feel free to move there now. If you're ready to relax, to find Shavasana, draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself the biggest hug. And as you exhale, Shavasana, extend your legs and arms out. Feel the earth rise to support you. Let your mind empty as you float into Shavasana. I will leave you beautiful yogis here today. Stay for as long as you can. Thank you all so much for choosing to practice with me today. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for sharing your energy and time with me today. Namaste.